there, but H.P. Lovecraft's works are a product of its time. Themes including racism are its game, based on an author who wrote in the 1920s who was inherently racist. So, as I said, don't delete. What was it? I don't remember. But they said at the beginning, at the very beginning, you probably caught it for a whole whopping 2 seconds. Go back, pause the video to see that when we get there. Anyway, hello, I am the Bowmeister, and I am here. I am back. And in fact, I should be able to. Oh, is it not gonna let me do it? Yeah. Nope. Because it cuts off at 7 seconds. Okay, so let me get that copied here. Anyway, my friends, I'm the Bowmeister, and welcome back to another episode here on the channel. Today, we are going to start the Sinking City. Now, I've already played through a little bit of the game, but I would like to bring it to you guys. So, let's go ahead, start a new game. Yes, previous autosaves will be overwritten. So, Frosty, welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great, yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself. Then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vandenberg. Okay. Hi. Yes, I know. Hi. As soon as it finishes loading here. Let's dive in, shall we? We're on a boat. Trying to take something for whatever it is we're on. That's not it. So ship needs, I think. Okay. Are they dead? Under hallucination? Madness, if you will? And what's overtaking the ship, I wonder? Well, whatever it is, it's not good, because we are having an out-of-body experience. There he is. Or, it might have been him. The great city is below. Or a city below. Mind trip and a half, I'll tell you. Alright, so we have the first aid kit in a brick. Let's go ahead and check out our menus here. Map. Well, sorry, I had my ear itched. Map. Well, there is none. There's no map. Skills. We have 3: combat proficiency, vigor, and mind. We can set traps, or we can have bullets loaded, do better damage, shells, reload, etc. Nothing about melee in this one, though. Whoops. Vigor, carry more rounds, carry more health, whatnot. Man-eating eels deal half the damage to while swimming. That's good to know. Oh, there we go. Melee damage do slightly more damage. Okay. And the last but not least is mind, where we can increase such things as, packing material and sanity meter increases. Stuff like that. Lore, we have 5 different sections: city, correspondence, documents, the bestiary, and the mythos. Casebook is where we get our information for the cases. After all, we are a detective. Mind Palace, this is where we get to when we are in the middle of a case, we can combine clues, etc., etc. Inventory, currently we only have 1 first aid kit. We have no items on our person whatsoever. And then here are our options, so on and so forth. Read that letter in the loading screen. Okay, sorry. Walshy is having some issues with his live stream. Let's go on about an hour before I went live. He's having some issues with his computer and audio. Like he was on for about 10 minutes and he had his mic would not produce any sound towards the stream. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, that's the same letter we read when we were in the loading screen. If we go to the casebook, this is where we get all our clues and stuff. Here's our revolver.
I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Oh, we're definitely gonna want to have it. So we get a pistol and 6.38mm or 6.38 rounds. We got ourselves a camera, which, by the way, key evidence collected. I don't know why the key evidence is collected. If we hold L1, we can use our weapons, or we can hold things. For example, I'm going to go ahead and reload our gun there. Took the picture of the trophy plate. To interact with these items, press and hold. I was learning that hard way. You press and hold when you explore. By the way, any of those items that have, you'll see a marker on it. Of course, the door is open, so you can't see it.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont Monolith National Park is waiting for you. And we got 140 experience points for collecting all the evidence on the boat. Alright, so can't go that way. Talk to this dude.
Get out!
Okay. So the prompt on the screen, press triangle to climb.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
About my problem.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Where is...
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
What's he
Tell
like?
me a little about Mr. Throgmorton.
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust
Creature?
bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
What's the deal
Reaching
with the city?
Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
The flood?
This flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Hey, suit.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
I wonder... Now, I don't know much about this game in particular, but I wonder if Vanderbeek has anything to do with the Yellow King. Yellow King is a entity within the mythos.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do I get to the Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What else did you mark on the map?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
What do you do here?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Alright, so now we have a map, and if we zoom out, this map is actually fairly big. It's a, fairly decent size map here. And I haven't explored a whole lot of it. Like, literally, been right about in here, and in here, and that's about it. Alright, so let's go look at our lore real quick. We got a photo of a trophy plate with a strange fish. Looks very lifelike. Ugh. And casebook. Johannes Vandenberg said I need to find a person in the Oakmont port by the name of Robert Throgmorton. Supposedly he can help me with my visions. Would you stop licking my... Would you... No, don't... we've got a key to the room at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Alright, so now we can start moving around and exploring. They just leave octopus? They just leave these creatures just hanging out on the dock? Just... Isn't that a waste of meat? Or is octopus not a, not something they... Oops. What did I trip over? Oh, small set of stairs. I can climb up here. Rats. Ooh, what's this? That's just a can. I don't remember going this way yet. There's a shark. And what looks to be a badger or an armadillo? What is your problem? Sorry, my cat is screaming at me. I don't know why. It's not food time yet. Okay, there's somewhere we need to go, but we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to finish exploring around. No, I don't think there's anything else up here. No entry. Private. By the way, R2 is to run. Again, I don't want to deal with Throgmorton just yet. I want to explore around. Right now, appears like there is... The answer is no, there's nothing in here useful to me. I can't remember. Can I get up here? Nope, I can't get up there. Alright, alright. I suppose I'll stop exploring around. And actually explore down this way. That's the way I came. That's the boat Sharon. Under the keel bar and the exit are that way. But we need to go this way because there's an important piece of stuff I need to pick up. The Titania lifeboat.
We like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Innsmouthers? What's an Innsmouther? Albert Throgmorton's will. I hope somebody find... Excuse me. Hope somebody finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go into the depths below Oakmont. There's... Unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor... Unreadable. I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. And...
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
By the way, if you saw that, you saw that our sanity meter went down as we were looking at that helmet. By the way, blue helmet means, or blue. Red bar, yeah. Red bar is our health, blue bar is our sanity meter.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
And that is in all evidence collected. So we're up to 280 experience points. Don't think... options, map, skills. Yep, we gotta get to 1,000 experience points to get the knowledge point we need. And there's the will. Alright. So now we can move right along. Assuming I can get up. Okay, that's the way we work. That's the way we can move.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
What happened to your son?
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
What do you know about the visions?
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Who are the Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees?
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Your features are unusual.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I can try to find Albert.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Vera?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Tell me more about the case.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, My son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's this fisherman's house?
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Alright, I'll be
As
going.
much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Alright, got some new Mind Palace clues. Robert Throgmorton wants to find his son Albert, who went missing at the port after returning from an expedition to the sea. He was found barely conscious by a fisherman on the shore who brought him to his house. The fisherman says that Albert was mentally afflicted and acted aggressively before disappearing. Robert arrived to investigate and is now standing in front of the house in question. Until he's found, Robert won't allow anyone to leave the port, and he won't help me. Okay. Now we check at the Mind Palace. The Mind Palace has, for example, if we combine clues, Throgmorton and Mauser feud, and Albert returning unstable, turns red, meaning the clues are not connected. If they do connect, they become a deduction, and we can look at deductions there. Okay, can't talk to the guardsman.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Okay. By the way, if you see this H-looking symbol on a door, it means we can enter inside. And it tells us to turn on the flashlight, which we are going to. Alright, inside we go. Alright, as I was saying earlier before, or on the ship, if you see what essentially is a 3x2 hash mark, if you will, or hashtag, or whatever you want to call it, pound sign, it's a cache.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Okay.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Well, there's nothing in there in that room that I could really explore around on. I could go up that way. Or I could come this way and do some more exploration. Like listening to that creaking noise. This reminds me of The Last of Us 2 with the cordyceps spores, or the cordyceps fungus just growing in areas, except that's not cordyceps.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
And the bloody handprints. By the way, I just went into the Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye is his exploratory.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It's his exploratory views here.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Alright. Go and talk to him.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me what happened.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds, and okay, my head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
Who are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are the others?
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened to Paul?
Paul died.
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Me too. Alright. Got some new pals clues. Will Hammond, a fisherman, lives with three other colleagues, Barry, Paul, and an Innsmouther named Lewis Flynn. Will told me that Barry found the unconscious Albert Throgmorton and brought him to their house before leaving to inform Robert Throgmorton. Albert woke up and started making horrible sounds. Hysteria seemed to spread to Will, who began to see visions similar to mine. When he recovered, he found Paul dead on the floor, and there was no trace of Albert or Lewis. He doesn't remember anything about that. Alright, and so they turn red if the clues do not match. For example, none of those clues match. There were 3 freshmen in the house when Albert woke up, but I only found 2 of them. Let's do these 2. Alright, we've got our first... hang on. Deduction. Albert spread hysteria around him. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Oops. Because we can go back to the Mine Palace and try to combine clues again. One fisherman is missing, and he's unstable. Okay. So I've got all the clues or all the deductions and clues, by the way. Mirrors only show me as a shadow. Not quite sure what that means yet.
Choo-choo.
Press and hold. Got ourselves 1 piece of metal scrap. Nothing else in here. Look at the body in a minute. Press and hold.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nukulina,
That's an ordinary watch. Hey, except for that vision.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Okay.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Nope, sure hasn't.
So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Yep, Innsmouthers looks like fish. Fish people, anyway.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the body here.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
No. Now. But got ourselves
What's happening?
we got ourselves a scene recreation. So there's Albert. There's the guys. This one here must be Lewis. Out the door they go. Come over here to the body.
Take this, ape face.
Not quite sure what's going on here.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Alright, so if we number these... Oh. If we number these in order...
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay, all of it is collected, so we go... Fisherman brought... Okay, just what we did in the house brawl. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people have suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. As you can see, there are 2 different lines we can follow. Oops. Let's get back to... Oops. And... Back to the Mine Palace. Fled when wounded. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. And... I can track down Albert. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. And we can follow them. Yep. So we use the mind's eye. We can now follow out the door. And you see here. Sometimes they actually will point the way if you're lost. What do we got here? Got ourselves a shell casing.
So the fishermen pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Mine Palace clue. Oh, press the wrong one. Lewis may have wanted Albert dead because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. But we still have tracks to follow. So if we just continue to follow here. Climbed up here. Says he went in there. We're gonna... Don't think there's anything around the building here, if I remember right. Just Blackwood Marsh Fishing Cannery Factory thingy. Just gonna kind of explore around though. Well, I found the bar under the keel bar. Of course, since I'm up here, I can't get into the bar. This angle. Another one of these weird creature things. I suppose if I drop down, I can get to it. But you saw that another hash. You saw that another H on the door, which means we can go inside. Which, by the way, if we look at our map, we can see that the ship in the lifeboat, we've collected all the evidence, which is good. Let's head inside, turn on our flashlight, and do some more exploration. Well, we're now inside the warehouse. Yep. As you can see, there's another one of those markings saying that there's an item down there. Hey, look.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping around the port. But don't worry, I struck a nice deal with the proper people, and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
And casebook. Got the bloodstained note and the jacket. And just another clue. Yes, I do just say just another clue because we're still working on it. Item. Gunpowder. Which, by the way, if we go to inventory, we can actually craft using items that we find in the world. So, for example, we can craft ourselves some more handgun ammo, which I am going to go ahead and do so. We can carry up to 21 rounds. We only have 8, but that's okay. And shells. Well, I don't have enough to make another first aid kit. Maybe I'll find something later in here. Who knows? Okay, we're already there. I didn't go upstairs yet. Oh yeah, that's right. There's nothing there. Excuse me. Like I said, I've already done this before, so. Don't believe there's any... Nope, there's nothing up here. Press and hold. Got ourselves some gunpowder, coil springs, and shell casings. By the way, if you press right is our tutorial menu. And one is melee. What the? What the heck is that? That, no. No. And, of course...
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Well, that's gone now. Let's head into the Mine Palace. I found the body of Albert Throgmorton in the basement of a warehouse not far from the fisherman's house. He was fatally shot in the head, impaled on hooks, and then hidden. Okay, so those clues don't match. These two do. Lewis may be at the bar. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. All evidence collected, so we got more experience points. Anything else hiding in here, though? Another one of those creatures. I see. Our sanity drains as we're standing near it, though. But like I said, we've We've done everything in here that we need to do, so now let's get to the bar. Feel the gentle touch of tentacles. That's not at all disturbing. Just saying. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. It's been a long day at work. There's the bar. That's the door we'll have to go into. First...
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Okay, fine, be that way. Number 2, I'm not quite sure. That just means dock number 2 or what. Run, there's something back here. I'm not sure what that is. I don't necessarily want to know either. Of course, I could jump in the water, but I don't necessarily feel like I want to dive in the water just yet. Who knows what lurks below the depths? Of course, I can't climb up this way. I can hop down, but I can't hop back up. Great. Take out my frustration there. There we are. Alright, I suppose let's head to the bar. Run. Attack this dude here.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
And I haven't seen you, Billy, so let's just leave it at that.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Okay. And if let's talk to this lady here.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Nonsense.
Seems a little generic, don't you think?
I see many things, boy, and I will tell you them in detail for a small fee.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Alright, you get a bullet.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
That made no sense.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Oops, sorry, folks.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Alright, we get to Fortune Teller's Prophecy, which,
Embrace your fate.
by the way, is a trophy you can actually get in the game, but since I played this already, since I played this part already, I have the trophy. We can come back here. Almost, like I said, I already played this, but I thought that we were going to fall into a pit. Got coil springs. Let's see. Lore and mythos. See, be generous the coming days, then it gets delivered. Excuse me. Casebook. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can try and see if I can craft. I can. I had gunpowder. But no shell casings. Great. Talk to him, but I probably should do that on the other side of the bar. Shall we?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I need to find Lewis Flynn.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
You want him gone? I can help.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Goodbye. Alright, so now we got the bartender's key. I keep thinking there's something here. It's just the light as we pass by it.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Alright. Okay. I don't remember if there's anything else to explore around here. This paper we should probably read at some point, but we can't, obviously. Chess game.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
How did it all happen?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You killed Albert. Why?
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert.
Well, I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Why do you look like that?
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Your actions certainly look deliberate.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Why do your people hate the Throgmortons?
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
What's a grand family?
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I've heard enough.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I'll think about it.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
We have a deal.
Turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
Alright, we've got a new palace clue and a bunch of items. All evidence has been collected.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Alright, let's head back to the casebook here. Lewis was aware of his actions, and he was mentally affected. I chose mentally affected, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Which means he was under some mental influence. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions, and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Robert Throgmorton will have his head. We have to go to the casebook. We get the options. We can either reveal where Lewis is, or lie to Robert and save the man's life. And I don't know if this choice has any future effect on the game. Because again, I haven't made it much further than this. So we get out of here. By the way, my run animation is so funny looking. I don't know why. It just is. Kill bar. Exit. Oh, it's back here. Anything back here? Worth mentioning. Well, nope, nothing. That was just a roundabout. Never mind. I thought there was something back there, something super special I could loot. But it certainly didn't look like it. Weird looking rats. Alright. Mr. Throgmorton. I found the murderer.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Trying to find the source of my visions.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Why a geological expedition?
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Any link between visions and hysteria?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets. And a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Hang on one second. Sounds like Welchie got his computer back up and running to where we need it, where he wants it to be. It's good. You think the flood is unnatural?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Any discoveries so
Has your
far?
Expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
The murderer and the expedition are linked?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Tell me more about the expedition.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Let's talk payment.
Expenses.
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
We got a whole bunch of stuff. We got a revolver. That's where we got the revolver from. Hang on a second. Hoping that it doesn't. If I can type tonight, it'd be great. Alright, so now that we...
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Let's go to the casebook. We've completed Frosty Welcome. So now we start Lost at Sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact to the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove, and we have a key to the headquarters. It is in northern coverside at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. That is literally all the game tells me. As that is just here. So if we find our mark, oops, back. It's right stick we do to that. So it's Asher Road and Hubert Avenue in northern coverside. So Asher Road's right here. And Hubert Avenue. So right here near the police station. We're going to put the key mark there so we know where to go. Alright, run around. Because now we can leave this place. Since we come over here, the police are gone. But before we do that, we get a cutscene. Well, one of me walks away, the other one's face down in the mud. I got windy all of a sudden. Well, we're flying. What exactly is that? That's the second time we've seen that creature. Lost at Sea. So we've already read that. Don't need to worry about reading it again. The man-eating eels don't care if you're strong swimmer. Avoid staying in the water for as long as possible. The recent cataclysmic flood left the city's poor neighborhood as sodden and ruined. The Syrian chaos made large-scale repairs impossible. Select evidence in the casebook and press triangle to pin it on the map, which is helpful, actually. So I kind of know where to go. Otherwise, the game does not hold your hand at all. Like, none. Like, you have to set the map marker points, but you're not, like, it doesn't give you map markers. Like, period. Like, example being, like I said, it's got the mark for the key, but that's it. Like, there's nothing else saying, hey, go here, or there's no trail, there's no, on your HUD, there's no marker if I don't have that key up, nothing. Anyway,
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
So that must be our crewmates. I'm not quite sure which one is us. My diary, part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams and the mental creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of the boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real. But my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island. Something old and dark and slithering. And it still haunts me. So, as his diary.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Laudanum, registered 1898. Each 6 fluid ounce tincture of opium. Soothes all ailments. Add to any spirits or tonic. 575 Abernathy Avenue, Metney, New York. If we come here, we can change our wardrobe, whether we have, whether we have our backpack or not. We got a wind coat and a vacationist gear. We're gonna probably want either the wind coat or one of the other coats. There's gangster outfit, king's robes outfit, which again, yellow king. Day wear. Man of science. Find out what happens in a side quest. It looks like. Find the mission ship logs. Help the police officer get crime scene photos. Learn all about the wild beast. Find and return all the books to the book collector. Collect all the mystic tomes, which I think is a DLC wardrobe. And Vishivanka. I think I said that right. God knows. Help a real estate agent in the open house case. We're going to keep with our newcomer outfit for now. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. United States Navy, Charles W. Reed, 321-17, 10-9-94.
Never again, they say.
Okay, we got ourselves a note. Mr. Reed, you were a rare example of a man who treated one of my kin humanely, and I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run. Save your life and leave this draught city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words. Lewis Flynn. Currently nothing in the bathroom. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. Alright, and now we are leaving our lovely shack to start exploring. There's another trunk, coal spring, shell casings, and some scrap. Okay. By the way, if we come to our inventory, we now have more ammo. We can craft revolver ammo, which we can only hold 12 shots for at the moment. We can start creating antipsychotics and a first aid kit if we ever find some more alcohol. Crumpled letter, documents, note, and the diary. Skills, we do have a knowledge point. Oops. I think I'm going to want to do what I did last time. And that is pick up some absolute clarity, which means we can earn more experience and we can stay sane for longer. Which is actually going to be quite handy. Granted, it's not much longer, but it's still pretty long enough. It's about 10%. And And by the way, right now it looks like the blue doors are doors I can go into. These, like, reddish-brown doors are doors I can't. Speaking of which, what do you want from me, cat? Go away. Go away. I don't know what's going on in this room with all the... I don't know if that's a particular seal or what. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me. Me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Okay, so that sigil must be has something to do with the Yellow King. But we find ourselves some rounds, some gunpowder, and some shell casings. Nice. And again, it can take all the ammo I can get.
The door won't budge. The door won't budge.
Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. You're a landlord. Yeah, nothing. Alright, there's nothing there. So up we go. Nothing to explore this way. Room above it, though. We'll turn on the flashlight. Ow, had a painful twitch my knee there all of a sudden. Got some gunpowder. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have got lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. You're telling me. Oops. Yeah, we're just gonna climb on things. I think there's... well... Yep, one more door. Okay. Nothing really to find in here except that picture of the of this dude splattered in yellow. Actually, I think the rest of these doors are all... yep. Are all passerless. Can't go by. Hang on. Alrighty, so now we can head down the stairs.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Who are you?
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Oh, what noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, folks. Keep touching my microphone. My face
I don't really
itches.
remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
We got a new case. Letters from Oakmont. It's a side case, if I can get in there. The hotel owner allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of the disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakmont. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? The city, no matter how badly the flood damaged, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Fitzel, Callahan Street, and Old Church Road. It came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected, and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly in my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. I'm not going to read them all because there's a lot, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 11 notes to the side case. Yeah, there's a lot. In the lore, too many coincidences keep down, and the nightmares. And if we explore around some, I don't remember if I. Oh, yep, there's a chest. Got some more stuff and things. Oh. Inventory. We can craft some shells, which I will gladly take. Actually, I'll do that. There. Dude's just kind of hanging out. Darren, I think I finally started to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you know already. Kind of like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to figure out the meaning of some of them. You've seen the crooked H sign on the doors around town. That means the house is inhabited. The crosshatch grid signs marks hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is for barricaded, dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. Still haven't figured out the spiral-shaped sign, though. You'll have to investigate for yourself. And if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for the gun. Okay. So, the signs you see around town, select the triple hash marks, whatever. You know, that's our wonderful sign. That's, you know, there's something to search for. Walter, K help you if I hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I could send after you. You've been warned, Vic. I don't think there's anything else over here. And of course I can't just hop across the bar. And he's about as far as I get. Oh, also one more thing before we leave the hotel. Just to show you all. On the 2nd floor. Yes.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Yes, I have my own nameplate on the door, or on the wall. Makes me wonder just how long I am actually going to be here for. Alright. And we hop out, and we are outside. Fast travel points, Devil's Reef. Anytime you find a phone booth, we can fast travel to it. Right now, the only fast travel point we have is Devil's Reef. But currently, as you can see, off by a whole bunch of water. I mean, I could probably go swimming, but I don't know if it'd end well for me. So there's the Devil's Reef Hotel. Dombrowski Real Estate. Okay. Suits and top coats. I could use a top coat. Men's finest clothing. Okay. There's a lot of clothiers right here in this section. Suits and top coats and suits. New location, infested area. I'm gonna go there. Yeah. Okay, apparently I can't go up. we're gonna go visit that area real quick. By the way, hop in a boat, press X. By the way, I'm on PS4 because I think this is also released on the Xbox One. And you go until you find yourself on a new shore. Okay. So we hop along, or we run along here. Hop over. I probably want to pull out the gun here. We've got gun and cartridges. That thing is spitting at me. No, thank you. Running away. Got some alcohol out of the deal. There's, I think, more of these bastards inside. I just don't remember. More ammo. Up. Down. Just go. Just go. Is there anything extra special, else in here? I think that was it, so let's escape while I still can. Out of my way! Out of my way! Am I actually going to be able to escape out of here without dying? Door. Ah, I made it through! Oh, I made it through without dying. Look at that. And we're going to go ahead and replace some of the ammo I missed. Oh, hey, I got... Perfect. I'm actually going to go ahead and... I can equip first aid kit and then use it. There we go. Didn't give us a whole bunch of health, but it's better than nothing. I can always go back that way later should I need to. And I might end up doing that later. Again, that's the first time I've made it through that area without dying. That's going to show you that I was going to die in that area. By the way, if I remember right, I think that's one of the... By the way, the lore to Walter. And if we scroll all the way down, the hobo, sign about the hobos. Nope, nope. Yep. So anytime you find an infested area, we get ourselves our, or we can act, and for in this case, we can find some super nice caches. But I don't know how many more enemies are in there. I don't want to find out just yet. I'll wait until I get some better, you know, some better gear, maybe some better firearm, power, whatever. By the way, the boat's a little unwieldy to control. I mean, I could have just ran this way. Literally the same way. See, I can just go that way, it would be no big problem. Put my shovel back. He looks weird.
Damn newcomer.
You're the one who walked into me, I was just looking at you, dude. Used cars, or new cars. Really kind of hard to have used cars in 1920. What, 19 whatever this year is, 20 something. There's a cache, got some rags and a brick. But of course, due to the flood, there's not a lot of use for cars right now. Explore this way. I don't even know where I'm going. That's overgrown with barnacles. Like I said, I'm just kind of exploring around for a little bit. Got some time to kill. I'm just going to keep going until I find either a death, or until I either die, or find myself something fun to explore. Of course, it autosaves, so I'm assuming when we get out of the boat... I really don't like that sound. Oof. State. Nowhere to explore yet. Hop over into a new section here. Not finding anyone to talk to. Or anywhere to explore. We're on Lincoln and Derry. There's a toll of some sort. Not quite sure what's for, mind you. Keep looking around, see if we can't find anything.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
So metal scrap. Okay, nothing fancy. Of course, having my flashlight won't necessarily work in this kind of outdoor foggy area. Oh, here's a door. We can enter. Do I really want to go inside though? I don't like that sign because we saw that sign earlier. There were enemies up above there. I don't know. We'll be wary. Be ready. There's a basement. Bloop. Anything in here? No, it doesn't seem like anything's in here. How about if we head upstairs? Okay, there's a film reel that we cannot interact with. Maybe because we don't have the reel? I'm not quite sure. There's some different signs. There's the danger sign, it looks like. Not sure the ones with teeth. So far I found nothing super worthwhile yet. Shell casings and gunpowder. There's a cache of ammo and guns that we can't get. A Tommy gun. I want a Tommy gun. I want a Tommy gun. I mean, maybe we have to come back this way later? Maybe? guess I'm gonna fall down the hole, see if there's anything in here. Hello? Hello? Oh, good. KKK hoods. Great. I think I found a KKK torture chamber. But there was nothing of use in there. Okay. Couple caches, and that's about it. Okay, now officially I lost. And I don't know where I'm going. I think this is the way... Well, this is definitely not the way I came. I don't think. Alleyway. Oh, infested area in this alley here. Or around the alley somewhere. Sure, I'll find just how and well. Let's check the map here. Oh, there's the infested area. Hop up. Can I climb? I can kind of climb. But it looks like there's... nowhere else I can go. Okay. Just checking to make sure. Can I jump? Nope, can't jump for that. I don't know how I managed to get to that one over there. I was barely even near it. Keep swinging. What's that? Can I get up that way? Sorry, dude. Newcomer exploring. No big deal. Yeah, how do I get up there, I wonder? Maybe I don't want to get over there. Oh, there's fast travel point, Coverside Central. So now, if anytime we have to, we can transport back and forth between the Devil's Reef and Coverside Central. But I'm gonna head around here. Again, I find my right now animation so silly. Again, nobody to talk to around here. Hospital St. Mary. Well, there's a hospital. Now we can definitely explore later. Alright, door to go in. Hi. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That just gives me a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I can build more ammo. I don't like that. We're gonna leave it. Leave it alone. Don't worry about it. Just... Can I come in here? What's in here? Okay. It's had to load for a minute, I guess. Oh, that's good. You see him hanging there? Yeah. You guys can just, you know, stay there. Stay away, you know. I'm perfectly content with that. Are you downstairs? Nope, I'm out. I'm out. See ya. Bye-bye. You can't go through doors, right? Please tell me you can't go through doors. Alright, so where are we? We are now at St. Elmo in Lincoln. Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, I think I lost my map marker when I changed cases. At least I hope. Yeah. So I gotta put the key back. Asher Road and Hubert. Oh, there it is. I was just looking around the spot. Let's just see if there's anything this way. Just cause I just wanna explore. Good thing these boats aren't necessarily destructible. Oh, oh. We'll just roam around down here. I really don't like that. I'm just gonna mind my own business. Help! Save me! I don't know what that was, but I'm walking away. We're almost... Oh no, we are in Grimhaven Bay. So we're back in the bay section here. Just looking around, see if there's anything fun and exciting I can find in here. There's light, but no entry. Yeah, light, but no entry. I tried. Getting no entry that way. Grimhaven Bay East. Where's the phone? There's phone booth. Thanks. Right now I can go between Grimhaven and the Reef and Coverside Central, where near the post office, or near the hospital post office. Tower and Wharf. Let's go down Wharf. Okay, kind of keeping our eyes for anything explorable. Because you never know what sort of goodies I might find. Like in here, for example. Hopefully there's no creatures that will, you know, eat me. course, we've been in this actually exact same style warehouse, except now we can come upstairs. The music's kind of weirding me out a little bit. I don't like it. Nice little cache there. And another one. Doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot in here. It's only giving me just little things. That door is barred, locked. The violin. Aha! Another cache containing just one piece of one thing of metal scrap. Some nice looking goods here.
The door won't budge.
Alright, this time there's no...
The door won't budge.
I'm going through an inner door. I'm just gonna try swinging at it once.
The door won't budge.
Nope. Okay. Melee at the door, nothing happened. So we continue to run down this way. We're on Wharf and Clam Bay. I think I'm gonna end up just gonna make a circle around here. A little alleyway here. A brick. One single solitary brick. I can throw bricks apparently. I really don't know what good throwing bricks will do. Oh, maybe the game's got a different... got a different notion there. Hop over. Skills. I do not! Dang it! I thought I had enough. I thought I had enough. Scrap, okay. Perfect point for a boat. Okay, just kind of running around and see if there's anything exciting around here that I can see or do explore. Excuse me, preferably on dry land.
Quit staring, newcomer. Get the truck out of here.
I'm assuming that's a curse word.
Quit staring. Get the truck out of here. Quit staring, newcomer. Get the truck out of here.
No. Wow, that insanity really dropped really fast there. All because I just killed that one dude. Come on. Let's heal. And like nobody else noticed that I murdered that dude. Nobody at all noticed I murdered that dude. Okay. Good to know. So let's go to the boat and get the heck out of here, shall we? Let's go south. I guess we're going north. Can I go south. He has to have like a light on the boat or something. There's something in the water with me and I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Alright, let's go down here. We're just gonna follow the way to the end of the map, how about? Alright, looks like I can't follow the end of the map. However, I do find that. Not quite sure what I did or didn't find in there. Not quite sure what you're doing, dude. But I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna leave it be and move on. Of course, it's foggy. It's all daylight out here. Probably because we're at the wharf, and of course, it's gonna be foggy. That's what I wanted it to be. Dwarfs diving, not driving, diving. Just kind of following the walls around. Seeing for myself what I can find around here. Boat. Oh, dude. You alive or are you dead? You're either dead or just out. I don't even know where I'm at. Where am I even at now? I'm down here. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just roaming around. Looking for some goodies. I was looking for some goodies. That's all I'm doing. Just snooping around looking for some goodies. I think I just walked over a crap. Yeah, there's some goodies. Shell cases and gunpowder. Okay. That's still better than nothing. Forgot how to get up now. Ah, it's triangle, but like from where? I just clipped through the ship. I mean, I know it's a clipper ship. Well, maybe not a clipper ship, but I know I'm not supposed to clip through it. Oh, the ceiling, whatever. Oh, can we go upstairs? Can we go climbing? We can. Right one. Thankfully, there's no damage to my item. My melee weapon. Alright, I guess that's as good as time as any. As now I am very much just abusing things now. Like I said, I think it's about as good as time as any here. decides what's load. 2, we're gonna head back to the Devil's Reef. Gonna hold. There we go. Stretch out, my apologies. Assuming it decides it wants to load for me here. There we go. Alright, we've made it back to the hotel.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Well, watching you too, old dude. Alright, pick up the coin. I think, can we also... Can we rest in bed? Anyway, going to end the episode off in here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for stopping by and enjoying the fun. And next time we come back to Sinking City, well, we'll continue some more exploration. Maybe try to advance a little bit of the story, perhaps. Maybe do some a little more exploration. Maybe take on some more enemies. Who knows? The world is literally at my oyster because they gives me no direction other than a key and some notes to tell me where to go, or tell me, hey, go to this corner and get your butt kicked. With that being said, I may not come back to this because I just learned today, as of July 7th, 2020. A new game just dropped on the PlayStation. Well, it's not a new game. It's an older PC game. But it's a game I had been looking forward to. It's Superliminal. I think I saw it. Was it E3? Doing some quick research. Oh, launched December, or was announced September of 2019. I think it was a state of play, and I fell in love with the physics puzzle aspect of it. Well, it just launched today. I bought it. As soon as I get off stream, I'm gonna work on letting it download. So the next time I stream, which I'm not quite sure what day it is yet, I will be streaming that, and hopefully, very very soon, I can return back to Call of Cthulhu and Pokemon Shield. I'm going back. I'm not going to be using OBS for a while until either I get a better graphics card or whatever, or get a new computer, however that works. But I can hopefully try and use the Elgato Capture program to see if that will work a little bit better. We'll see. But until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that other fun stuff on this video, on any of the other videos on this channel. Go to Facebook, like that page. Follow me on Twitter, Lord Bowmeister, all that other fun stuff. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good night, everyone, and as always, I have been obediently yours.